You won't succeed, you know.
The Dalek Empire will spread through all planets and all times. No one can withstand the power of the Daleks.
Take it away.
It's go big or go home, innit? So
Yeah, I mean, say what you like about the Daleks.
you can't say they don't have ambition.
Yeah.
Total domination of space and time. Well, hello and welcome to the Shallow Proclamation. My name is Paul, and as always, I'm joined by
Thomas, sorry.
You're right there.
Yeah, I was just being stupid.
It's not. That's so unlike you, Thomas. So unlike you. We're about to watch the final part of Day of the Daleks. Day of the Daleks Part 4. We've enjoyed it quite a lot so far, haven't we? Actually.
Yeah, it's been. How would I describe it? Succulent.
Succulent.
Yeah, this is nice.
It's quite a nicely framed shot as well, isn't it? Like just the heads of the Daleks. Oh, look at that! The guns sort of itching.
Yeah, they're getting twitchy.
Yeah. Yeah, they've definitely added that special effect there of the red on the screen.
Yes. There was a Capaldi episode with Missy, wasn't there, where they go to Skaro and she makes the point that the Daleks, when they get ready to fire, they kind of work themselves up into a frenzy.
Yeah, it's like an emotion, isn't it?
Exterminate. It's their kind of, yeah. They almost can't help themselves when they get the opportunity to kill.
Because I understand human psychology. I should be able to gain his confidence, to put pressure on him through the girl. By the time I have finished with him, I shall be able to crush the guerrilla organization entirely. Release him!
Didn't take much convincing there.
No.
Well, the Daleks can see reason, can't they? That's what's interesting about them.
Quite like
if you
Joe's
see-
outfit. Sorry. I was just saying.
It is quite cool to be fair.
My kids would probably say it's preppy.
Right.
We have changed the pattern of history.
You won't succeed, you know.
The Dalek Empire will spread through all planets and all times. No one can withstand the power of the Daleks.
Take it away.
It's go big or go home, innit? So
Yeah, I mean, say what you like about the Daleks.
you can't say they don't have ambition.
Yeah.
Total domination of space and time.
They have a vision, don't they? I mean, you can't really. Yeah, they've gone. They're aiming for the very top, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Not just an intergalactic empire, but an intertemporal.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Nice.
That wouldn't work with the modern Daleks, would it?
No,
Their
not so much.
shields are too strong, but I kind of like the fact that you can blow up the
Cool.
old Daleks.
I do like the disintegration effects they've got.
Yeah.
I have a feeling
felt
that
the
shot of
heat.
that Ogon, though, was actually just static for quite a long time.
I know I'm sounding like a stuck record, but I do like the fact that the outdoor locations are very ordinary.
Yeah, no, like we've said, it's completely grounded, doesn't it?
It is, because for one thing, you don't get many sci-fi things that are actually set in the British countryside, do you?
No,
A
not.
lot of the time they'll put them in somewhere very
America somewhere.
recognisable. Yeah, like a really epic kind of, or really dramatic landscape, or they'll put it in New York City or something. But just having it in some backwater of England
You
is quite cool.
really are the most.
In New York.
New York City.
You know that's all on Disney Plus now. I might watch it at some point.
Is it?
There's a great bit where Matt Berry's got a toothpick in his mouth, and then he just takes it out, and Mark Hamill looks at him and goes, "It's you." Mark Hamill like cameos in it twice or something.
Right. We've been fighting the Daleks for years, but it was hopeless.
What do we do in the shadows?
What else can we do?
Oh, I like the kind of shadowy look they've gone for here. It's funny, Joe putting her hands in her pockets looks a bit awkward because they're quite high up, aren't they?
And not big enough to get your hands in.
Yeah.
This is what women are always saying about their outfits, not enough pockets. Look.
Yeah. Do you use your pockets, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tend to be too scared to put valuables in my pockets because I'm just worried they'll fall out.
You're trapped in a temporal paradox. Styles didn't cause that explosion and start the wars. You did it yourselves.
Whoa.
So basically, this story is Terminator. Over a decade before Terminator was a thing.
Of course.
So they go back in time and they create their own future by going back.
Yeah. That's
Is
very
this
interesting.
Bootstrap? Is that Bootstrap paradox? Or is it just a normal paradox? Bootstrap is like when
Yeah, if you like gave Beethoven his music.
Beethoven
or
his
something.
music, like the Capaldi one does. So
Yeah.
who actually wrote it?
Security forces have covered the whole tunnel. Don't worry, they won't escape.
He does look like he's about to go riding, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
You'd expect to see him getting on a horse.
Look how sinister that expression.
I mean, he does look sinister, like. So I think this end scene is going to be quite heavily edited in terms of the visual effects and things.
Right.
It's my understanding that they've added quite a few Daleks in, because I think in the original they literally only had 3 Daleks.
I see.
And I think it was quite hard to actually make an assault on the house look decent.
That was a nice shot, Daleks coming over the hill.
Yeah.
What's that coming over the hill?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Oh, this is good action.
Yeah, like I said though, I think quite a lot of this might be, I mean obviously all the lasers are, but I think a lot of there might even be new shots of Ogrons and stuff like that. Just to bulk out the numbers.
Yeah. And of course, the Dalek gun has that little thing that pops out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which you don't see in the modern era. There's something nice about seeing Daleks near an old-looking building.
Well, it's a bit like they were in the house in Evil of the Daleks, weren't they?
Exactly, yeah. There's something quite cool about that combination.
You don't see a lot of Daleks on grass either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of these shots are entirely like new shots.
Oh, wow.
Like they've
Yeah,
actually
look at
got
that.
like some Daleks in and got people who dressed up as eunuch soldiers.
But this time it's going to be different.
Wow. Good model.
What happened?
So, my house.
Your conference has been saved, Sir Reginald. Now it's up to you and your friends to make sure it's a success. You still have a choice.
Don't worry. We all know what will happen if we fail.
So do we. We've seen it happen, haven't we, Joe?
We saw the future. Wow, that's nice. Yeah, you're right. It is kind of the plot of Terminator, isn't it? Here's a war that will happen unless you. And X-Men: Days of Future Past kind of did that, didn't it?
Yes, very similar. Yeah, it's a similar idea. Yeah, so how are you feeling about that then?
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty nice climactic final episode. Quite a short story, of course, isn't it? Only four episodes. But yeah, I really liked the house under siege, base under siege at the end. Daleks coming over the hill with the I keep forgetting how to pronounce them. Ogrons.
Ogrons.
Ogrons. Looked great. Looked absolutely great. So I like the premise of a war that's going to be in the future, unless you take action, and flitting between the past and future. I think it's a good premise. Yeah, solid.
It's a pretty good reintroduction for the Daleks on the whole. I mean, they are slightly. I mean, we know they were shoehorned into the story. There was originally a story about ghosts, and that's why we get that kind of element about Reginald Stiles seeing these figures like ghosts in his house, and then the Daleks were added in later.
Right.
But yeah, I think actually well, at least in the remastered version we just watched, it comes across quite well. It'd be interesting to have a look at some of the original stuff in a moment. But yeah, I think it's a pretty strong story, particularly with that element of time travel. It's the first time like time travel's really been used in the show as like a major plot point.
Right, yeah.
You know, I mean, we've had kind of being chased through time, haven't we? But we haven't really had the effects of time travel, like in the sense of, like we said, it is a bit like Terminator, that idea of you create, by going back in time to stop the future, you create the future and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's quite a neat little idea. And I don't know, you know, it feels ahead of its time in some ways there. But yeah, and I thought also just lots of nice little bits there, like in the future time period where the guy stuck the mine on the side of the Dalek and blows the Dalek up. There were some good kind of little action scenes there. Obviously, lots of action at the end. But that news style footage was really good as well. Just that real sense of the sort of handheld camera capturing delegates as they come out.
Yeah, it was quite believable, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that helps really kind of sell the story a little bit, even on a budget that's obviously a little bit limited. So yeah. I think, you know, you said it's a short story, but I mean, for me, I think the 4-parter is about the just about the right length.
Yeah,
for me.
actually, yeah.
I think the 6-parters can sometimes drag a little bit, whereas 4-parters tend to be a little bit tighter. So I think it works quite well. You can get through them quite quickly as well, sort of 90 minutes and you're sort of done. So
yeah, it's kind of a movie. A short movie.
A short movie, yeah. Well, these days it's a short movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Do let us know what you thought of this story, and do subscribe to stay in the loop, and check out Discord and Patreon in the links below. But thanks for watching.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.